Hello children. In the previous class, we had started the second chapter, Shifting Habitation, and I had explained you the different kind of migration. That is voluntary migration, forced migration. Now we will move further. Seasonal employment. This takes place when people migrate to other place in particular season. That means when people move from one place to another place in search of job or some other better employment opportunities, this is known as seasonal employment. This generally takes place in agriculture. In your book, the example of Shankar and his friends are given. When Shankar and his friends are going to Punjab in search of employment. Why they are moving to Punjab? Because Punjab is a particular state which is very rich in agriculture. So during sowing and harvesting time, sowing time means the time when the seeds are sown, and harvesting time is the time when the crops are cut from the field. Both the time a large number of laborers are required. Means this is a example of seasonal employment. The requirement of laborers are not throughout the year, only during these two particular season of sowing and harvesting. So Shankar and his friends moved to Punjab in search of employment. This kind of employment is known as seasonal employment. Now, when people move from one place to another in search of job or for other employment work or in case of studies also, there are many kinds of difficulties that they face at that particular place. These difficulties are also known as hardships. What are the difficulties that they face? They have to live there without basic facilities. Basic facilities means which are required for survival of every human being. That is, they don't have proper shelter facility, proper sanitation or safe drinking water is not available at that particular place. The women and children also face a lot of problem. They live a life of loneliness. Loneliness means they are not surrounded by their friends, by their family members, by their relatives, as they have gone to a completely new place. That place, they don't know anyone. So they are lonely there. They are far away from their relatives. They cannot even get basic education. When they move to some other place, sometimes they are even deprived of the basic education that is given to the children up to the primary level. And hence they remain illiterate. That means they lack education also. Again in your book, example of Shyam is given. Shyam, who is a blacksmith of Chandui. Blacksmith means a person who makes tools with the help of iron. That person is known as blacksmith. And this Chandui is a place in Uttar Pradesh. He migrates against his wish. That is forced migration. He moves from Chandai to some other place. And why did he take this decision? Because he had to earn money to feed his hungry children. His village was hit by drought. There was no crop, no agriculture, as there was no rainfall. There was a drought, and so as there was no agriculture, so no crops. No crops means no money, and due to lack of money, he was not able to feed his hungry children. So he decided to move to some other place. Now we have studied in the previous video that when a person moves to some other place unwillingly, then that kind of migration is known as forced migration. So again come back to the topic. Village was hit by drought, there was no agriculture, and so there was no work for Ram. The person shifted from village to cities work as casual labor, carrying loads, working in dhabas, construction sites, because when they move to a new place, they don't know anybody, and in order to survive, in order to have a earning, they have to work somewhere. So sometimes they work as casual labor, sometimes they carry loads in order to earn money. They work in dhabas also, they work at construction sites also. Now, animals also migrate. Till now we have studied about the human beings, that human beings migrate from one place to another. Now, the last part of the chapter, the last topic, that animals also migrate when there is change in seasons. They move to a warmer weather. They move for a better food supply, where the place where they were living earlier, if they do not find that the food supply is not proper, then they move to some other place in order to search food. They give safe place to give birth to the young ones. In order to give birth to the young ones also, they move to a safe place so that the young ones are safe. Animals have a special sense to follow direction. Now, the question arises that human beings know the direction, that this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. How do the animals get to know this, that which direction they have to move? God has given them a special sense, and with this sense, they move to another direction. For example, caribou live in snow-covered areas, and this is an animal, and they migrate to warmer areas because that is more suitable for them. The wild beasts of Africa, they migrate in search of green pastures. So, with this, we come to an end of this chapter. Thank you.